So was the Mayhem Brawler one kind of already in the works?
Yeah, so I mean, no cabinet just pops out overnight. That doesn't happen. It's just not.
It just kind of seemed weird to a lot of people. Like, okay, they did the Mayhem Brawler one, but it's the old style cabinet. It's not the Omega. You see,
because the new ones aren't available yet. This thing is ready to go out and stuff. And this was always planned to be that way, though, too. It's always planned to be the current gen for Mayhem Brawler and stuff like that, too.
So is it just kind of like a stopgap, so you have something to sell till the new ones come in, or?
No, I mean, we clearly still do need inventory, right? So, like, yes, we do. We're always going to replace.
Do you still have lots of like Dragon Lair machines?
You can still buy Dragon's Lair and Retromania.
Which
currently.
Ones are available?
Right now, currently we have Dragon's Lair and Retromania still available. Everything else is currently out of stock and getting replenished, things like that too. If we are replenishing it, depends on the unit itself. But right now, currently the only available ones are Dragon's Lair and Retromania. So again, shipping, absolute nightmare right now. It's even with manufacturing, cabinets that we've manufactured in December aren't here. They're just, that's how it goes, right? Cabinets that we manufactured earlier than that a little bit aren't here, right? MFL. So, there's...
Are you going to be kind of running concurrently, like new cabinet designs with the Omega designs, like all at the same time, like where you can order either or? Is that going to be kind of going forward, or are you eventually going to phase out the old ones?
Or is it going to be like the iiRcade is this?
So we're still playing with that strategically right now too. So I can't really talk on that too much, unfortunately. Okay. Again, the new cabs are still in a design phase, technically speaking. We showed them off at CES, and they are functional, but there are other features and stuff that you guys might not know about yet that might be in those cabs. We don't know either because, again, we have to look at costs and things to us.
I'm going to clip that. I'm clipping that right there. There's other features you don't know about yet.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Of course, we're always playing around with new features and stuff like that, too.
The new cab is going to play all the same games. So if you have a classic, iiRcade, you're still going to be set for everything that comes out, right?
For the current games library and stuff like that, yes, those will all run on both and stuff. We're not
Awesome.
And any current games, there's no plans currently on releasing any current titles that are coming out that I know of yet. Again, things always change, right? But that we're not trying to make them obsolete. We're not trying to make your unit in the first year obsolete.
Got a question. How long? This is from the chat. How long before you think the Mayhem Brawler cabinet ships? Like, what kind of time frame?
It's a great question.
Love the art on that one too.
So,
especially the light.
Yeah,
down through the center.
It's a beautiful cabinet too. I love the artwork on that one too. If I were to pick another one up, like that's going to be it for me, honestly, because I love comic books. So we'll see. I mean, they're on pre-order right now on the site. If you go to the website, we are only manufacturing 100 of them. So manufacturing times, shipping times, it's really just shipping times is really what you're waiting on too. Once they get to our ports in LA, it takes a week usually, if not 2 days, honestly, to get to you. So it's really just that gap between shipping overseas, typically with literally shipping lanes. So we'll see. Likely, if you order one now, you might see it within 2 months is probably a safe guess. But don't hold me to that. I honestly don't know because who knows the state of the world right now. So honestly,
right.
Yeah, it really is. It truly is out of our hands when we ship stuff. It's just, we're at the whim of FedEx at that point.
So you think the newer cab, the Omega, right, which we're now calling it as of 2 minutes ago, you think those ones are looking at 2022, or you think we're still a ways out from those?
2022. We do plan on releasing those this year, like we've said. So, yep. When exactly this year? It's up in the air at this point. So we're still, again, strategically playing with a lot of things too. We are a company. We have to do things the right way. So
I got a little from the chat from Kevin.
Online update.
Q1 is in 34 days.
That's right.
Are you still on target?
Thank you for counting down for me. I think I have a calendar in my office that says the same thing.
How many 34 days and how many minutes?
Well, it's 7:00 on the dot right now. See, anyway, So. Yes, online is still slated for Q4 or just Q4. Sorry about that. Q1. So, coming out of Q1. So we are still slated for Q1. Will that change? Maybe. We don't plan on it though. No. If we do find out that it does have to be pushed back, we'll let you know as soon as possible. But no, currently we are still slated for Q1. We plan to stick to that. So yeah, that's my plan. That's my release schedule too. So. We're working hard on it. Don't you worry on that. So
You know,
So, are you allowed to say publicly what the games are that are going to be launching? No, can't say that. Okay. There
But
will
again,
be some games.
We will be rolling them out in small batches. We have said that multiple times now too, right? So we could, just because we want to control how it functions, right? We want to make sure that things are working before we just break the entire system and can't go back on it, basically, right? So
Right,
we got to make sure that, you know, with a handful of titles at a time rolling out too, we can actually moderate and look at things and monitor everything properly and say like, hey, we need to work on this area, or hey, this area is looking good. We're good on that right now too, or we need this feature right now, right? So it's going to be a great slow rollout. So we do plan originally I think we said beta even too, but we are doing it in an alpha stage really. So bare bones right away is what we plan on. So again, we're going to build off of this nice foundation. It's got to have good bones. That's just how it goes. If it doesn't have good bones, there's no point to it. It's going to crumble underneath your feet anyway. So
is it going to be free?
It's a great question.
That is a really good
and
question.
I don't know yet. So
It's all right. I gotta ask.
We'll see. No, it's a great question.
He always asks about price for
everyone
everything.
wants to know the price.
Unfortunately, until we're ready to officially launch it, can't tell you guys that too. We will give you if and when there is a price, we will let you know come that day when it might become available. So, or maybe but yeah. So, again, we plan things strategically, of course, but we also are a company and we have to pivot here and there too. So plans go awry or plans change. It's just the nature of the beast basically too. So I don't want to tell you one thing right now and then it totally changes on you and then be like, but Mike told me this. And be like, okay, I don't know what I did. So
yeah, then you'll be your toes will be on the fire.
Yes, my toes. I'll be knee deep in the volcano at that point, really. So.
Right on. Well, let's talk about some of the features and stuff that we are looking forward to. We talked about the online stuff.
Sure.
I have one that I would personally like is sometimes when I go and I see like on the store that I've got some games that shows that need to be updated, and then I go in and I try to update it and it doesn't update, and I'm like, why do I have some games that won't update? Can we get like a update all button somewhere where we can just hit it and it updates all of our games at once?
Maybe. Also, Chatty Cat has the best comment in chat. Sorry, I saw. Keep it
This is
secret. Keep it safe.
absolutely, yeah.
Thank you for the Lord of the Rings
That's
quote.
that's Jong actually. That's his hidden profile.
But yeah, no. So the update, can be a little bit buggy at times too, and that's something we're working on fixing too. Currently in our system update too, we are working to fix that as well. There's just so many things that can go. There's so many moving parts of software that and you might do it one way where somebody does a whole list of other things beforehand, and that breaks it a different way entirely. So there's a lot of catch-all cases. It's hard to honestly catch them all too. So, but that's a feature that probably not honestly to have like an update all button. But there are other methods that we are looking into right now, of course, too, because we're always trying to improve the features. We're never going to just leave it high and dry. If something's not working, I want to fix it, because again, that all comes back to me and my team too for customer service and stuff too. We see that every day, right? So I see all this stuff like, hey, my update's not working. I'm like, cool, okay, I'm looking into that right now too, and then I take this to my software development team or my firmware engineers and stuff like that too. We go over that stuff and we say, hey, how can we fix this, or what's going on here? Looking on the back end. So things like that we are looking into all the time too. We want these things to just
totally
work.
Jong. That's totally Jong.
Jong is Chatty Cat confirmed.
He said, "Thank you so very much, my friend." So I don't know. That's got to be him. That's
probably.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, we got the iiRcadians merch store. If you want to take a little piece of the show with you, you can get it right here. Enjoy.